Hello, church. I wish I could ask each of you how you're doing. I asked a friend of mine last week, and she sent back a text with about 10 emojis in it. Yep, I thought that about sums it up. I think we're all feeling that way. As you think on your past week, your past day, maybe even your past hour, you can probably imagine too the 10 emojis that you would pick to be in that list. Anger, worry, sadness, happiness, gratefulness, fatigue, praying hands, or maybe even the crazy face where the tongue sticks out sideways. We are all feeling the effects of what's happening in our world and in our community. We may be sleeping less than normal, a little more on edge, doing silly things like I did where I put the juice back in the cupboard instead of the refrigerator. There's a lot going on. It's helpful to understand how to make sense of these emotions, so let's put a label to them. My friends, we are experiencing grief and all of the emotions that come with grief. What are we grieving, you'd say? Grief involves a loss. Yes, it does, and much has been lost to us in this time. First, we are grieving our sense of normalcy. My guess is that your days do not look at all like they did last week, that you may find yourself alone and bored, or juggling trying to work a full-time job over the computer while homeschooling your children. You may find yourself grieving loved ones or being fearful that loved ones may be sick. You may find that you aren't sure whether you have a job to go to or not. There is much about our days that has been disruptive, and we are feeling that. We are also feeling the loss of predictability. Our futures are never guaranteed, but for the most part, we knew what our day would look like. We knew what our health would look like. We knew what our bank account would look like. And that is lost to us right now. There are so many question marks. My goodness, we don't even know whether we can go to the grocery store and get toilet paper. We don't even know whether we can go to the grocery store and be safe. A sense of a predictable future is something that our bodies need, and we don't have it right now. So what do we do about that? Well, naming that emotion is a good first step. Stay tuned tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit more about how to process those emotions that we've named. Talk to you then.